Welcome to Ask Us Anything. It's Sunday night.
And it's Ask Us Anything time, isn't it?
And if you wonder who we are the
Wendlands.
The Wendlands. There you go. And that's our CS Adventurous XL behind us. We had a big video that came out just this week. If you have not been to the website, please go take a look at it right here on the YouTube channel. In fact, it's our featured video. As you, after you get done watching this, if you have not seen our reveal of Major, which stands for
Mike and Jennifer's Other Residents.
Mike and Jennifer's Other Residents. That sounds like a pretty cool name, don't you think? So we want to thank Randy Sharnicki for coming up with that name. We had a little contest on here. Hey, we've been rushing. We just got here. Should I show a picture where we were?
You might as well.
We spent a great afternoon with our two granddaughters, watching them in a Christmas dance recital. And we stuck around afterwards and got a chance to get our picture taken with them. So we thought we'd show you. There's our, let's bring them up right now. Here they go. There they go. There's our, this is on the left there in front is Rachel. And right to her, Rachel is 13.
12. Oh, 13.
She just turned 13.
She's 12. She's 13.
Just turned 13. Yeah.
Oh, she'd be really upset with me.
She'd be really upset. She's a teenager. And right next to her is her 15-year-old sister, Wawa, and they were in a dance recital today, all weekend, and we just really had a great time. We took a bunch of friends, and they were awesome. They're out of their little costumes right now, but I wish I could have shown you a picture of them all dressed up and looking really cute. But that's what we did. We got the Christmas spirit. Mm-hmm. We had a really fun time. So that's where we have been today. We want to thank everybody for being with us here. We got a lot of you watching already, and that is always exciting to see. And we'll kind of get to your questions and your hellos and all that sort of stuff in just a minute. But let me first go over a couple of things just to sort of talk to you. Thanks to any of you already commenting on those pictures, and that is really fun to see. I know a lot of you guys do that too. You've got grandkids or kids that are in programs. I'm just glad they still have Christmas programs this time, that it's not something that everybody stopped doing. So let me see. A couple of things I wanted to talk about. One, we're kind of running... We want to talk about our gatherings. We've been saying that we're going to be announcing our gatherings, and we announced two of them this week. And the first one is in New Orleans, and I don't know. I don't think we had that to announce last week, did we? We might have. Anyway, it's sold out, so I'm not even going to go there. It's sold out, and it's got a pretty long waiting list. So the New Orleans gathering in March is sold out. No more room. And we just announced another one, and I'm going to give you that because it will also sell out. So if you're going to come to this thing, you better register right now. It is the California Cooking Gathering, and that's going to be in Fresno, California, May 2nd through the 6th. And that features Mary Jane Curry, who does RV recipes, just wrote a cookbook for RVers.
And Mary Jane is an excellent cook, chef. And she does a lot of recipes for the Class B motorhomes. And
she's going to run cooking classes for us out there. Actually, I think take us to the farmer's market, show us how to buy and what's quantities to buy for, a Class B or Class A or Class C, whatever kind of RV you have. All RVs are welcome to this thing. It will sell out, though, and if you want to check out the details, you just go to roadtrekking.com/cooking. There's the address up there at the top of the screen. And you can get all the details. You can sign up right there, the cost. And it's per rig. And then, if there's extra tours or stuff that we have sometimes, those are always extra. But I don't think there's anything extra that we're throwing on at that point. So that's going to be fun.
It will be.
Fresno, California. It's on the Central California coast. Great wine, great food growing region. And Chef MJ is going to teach us how to cook for the small...
And how to shop.
How to do both of them.
Those key ingredients.
Yep. So that's coming up, and we hope you guys can make it. I'm going to take that off the screen now. And we did a little contest. Phyllis and our social media team have been running this on Instagram. And by the way, if you have not followed us on Instagram, please do so. We are at Roadtrekking, and we also have a hashtag, which I'm sure we'll put that up in the chat window off to the right for you to see. But we've been running this little contest all week, just taking pictures of great places that we've been in the past year and saying, do you know where this is? Like this one. Do you know this place? That's me in a kayak. And we've got some pretty good answers. I promised I'd give the answer here on this program tonight. Let's see. Beth Austin thought it was Blue Springs, Florida. Close. The Florida Trail from Liz Cayley. Okefenokee Swamp. Louisiana Bayou. We've been to all of those. St. Mary's River in Florida. We're getting close. Savannah, Georgia. Jim Blair says the Swanee River. And Emily Belk says the Mississippi River. But the winner is Jim Blair. And our friend Jim Blair out in New Mexico guessed that correctly. That is the Swanee River. That is where we were. That was one of our first gatherings last year in February, I believe.
This year,
yeah. So that was a great time to get out of the cold of the north and head down to Florida and the Swanee River. We had a great time. All right, I've got some other stuff I'll get onto later on, but let's go check all of the comments. Now, if I miss one of your comments, or if you've got something that you really, really want to talk about and want to grab our attention, there's a thing called Super Chat, which YouTube allows, and you can see that right there. That is a little $ next to the chat window. If you catch that, you kind of pledge whatever YouTube puts up on the board. And then that gives us an instant notification, and it kind of keeps it pinned at the top so that we definitely see that question. I try and catch all of these comments as you guys are writing them off to the right there, but it's hard to see them. It's hard to see them when we get all into answering one of your questions. So if I miss it, please forgive me. We do try and go back, but like with email, I can't answer every question. I had like an email question today, and it was like a 5-part question. It would have taken me 45 minutes to answer, and I would have had to do some research. I just don't have that time. So we try and pick the most generic questions that apply to the most number of people that we do answer here, also on our podcast. And we hope that you don't get mad at me, because I don't have if I just answered email, that's all I do. I never do any content. I always feel bad saying that, but I don't want people getting mad at me. So, all right, let's see. We got some people. We got the Fly Shacker saying awesome. We got Pam Morrison from San Francisco. Our friend Mark Hopkins in his brand new SS Agile 4x4 in New Mexico tonight, enjoying the RV lifestyle. He's on the road. Bob Swinehart is checking in with us, and Bob is... see if I can pull Bob up here. Why he's not coming up online. There we go. Bob is in Idaho. We've got Grace in snowy Raleigh, North Carolina. The Golden Falcon 21 is... I've got a runny nose. I don't know why.
Well, that's not a good
well,
thing
they all
to share.
see me. It's kind of itchy, you know.
Well,
hello from a very wet Washington. Phyllis and our team from saying hi to everybody. Phyllis is in Iowa. And Phyllis is one of our moderators, and she helps us with social media. We're delighted to have her. Shirley is down in Largo, Florida. Sunny but chilly Sonoma County, California. Well, take good care of those wines growing out there, Mark. We like it out there. Bill is in Western Maryland. Carol is in San Jose. Jamie in West Virginia. Mark is liking our graphics on the van. Yeah, no more stealth camping for us.
well, that's okay. What is our silly dog barking at?
Raccoons.
Okay.
There's raccoons.
Isn't it too cold?
I don't know if y'all hear our dog. He's outside the studio window
Since
here.
we just got home, he needed to go out, and I knew this wasn't really going to work well.
Yep. So I may have to leave you talking to everybody, and I'll go get him in, but he's coming. So a lot of you commenting on that. Reynoldsburg, Ohio's on board, and Bob liked the reveal of Major. Thanks for that. That's, again, Major back behind us, and we are having a great time with that. Ed is in North Georgia. Liz is in Southern Oregon, and Bill liked those recital pictures of our dancers. Steve is in Waterford, Michigan, not too far from where we are. We are at our Sticks and Bricks house. There's another Michigan person, Garden City, always looking out for you two and Bob. Well, you can see your Bo outside barking. He's having a good time. David checking in from Melbourne, Australia. Hey, David, welcome. Thank you for, I think it's probably very early in the morning there, if I'm not mistaken, right? Bill wanted pictures and we delivered. Yep, we did. There they all are. Hello from Macon, Georgia. Deanna's in Columbus, Ohio. Chris loved that reveal on the new camper. And is that considered a Class B? Yep, it is. And why did we move from our old camper? Well, as we tell you, we are, many of you know this, we are the official on-the-road brand ambassadors for Roadtrek motorhomes. And so Roadtrek cycles us through different motorhomes to use every year and a half, sometimes 2 years. This one we got this a little over a year and a half. This replaced the one we had for about a year and a half. This is the third CS Adventurous XL we've had, and this one, if you go back and look at the reveal video we just did, has a brand new interior that Roadtrek would like to show off, this new white interior. And, we got all sorts of stuff. Like we have a complete rooftop full of solar. Look at that. No air conditioning up there. It's all undermount air conditioning. That's our solar panels up there. Isn't that cool? So that is why we moved. And plus, they often will sell the units that we used before. And the one we had before is now bought by, he may even be on tonight. He was on last week, is Scott and Agnes from Hawaii. Scott's a physician. And he took a year's sabbatical, and he bought our old unit and is going to travel around North America. He came across there on the mainland, and that's pretty fun. He was telling me he's going to practice medicine online, do telemedicine from our old RV.
Here, I was thinking that our old Roadtrek would probably be up for sale in a year.
It probably will be. I don't know whether they're going to take it back to Hawaii or what they're going to do. So, Chris, that's why we did. We are the ambassadors, and so we're often in a new one. Now, this one, I hope they don't take this back and swap us out soon because we've been putting lots of new things in it, and I still have got some new stuff to do. Tina Group says, Merry Christmas, enjoy your vacation. Good time to mention, I announced it here first. Tell them we're going to take it off. Do you believe me?
We'll be on next week, and then we won't be on for 2 Sundays in a row because we're just going to take the time off.
We are going to take 2 weeks off this is our almost 7th year. In March, it'll be 7 years we've been doing this, and I have not taken any time off ever. Now, I consider all this time off in a sense because we're living our life, our dream. But The fact of the matter is this has become... We just turned 58,000 subscribers here on YouTube tonight. We need an applause. Yep. 58,000. Isn't that awesome?
Don't get some kind of canned applause or
I need something. Yeah, so all of you guys, give us thumbs up and we'll use that for applause. But 58,000 just a few minutes ago. And that started from like 9,000 a year and a half ago. So we're hoping to keep growing this YouTube channel. But and by the way, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Hit that little subscribe button. You know, it's down over there. So hit that subscribe button. But it's a lot of work, and so about 60 hours a week. So I'm going to take 2 weeks off. We're going to have the last Ask Us Anything of the year will be next Sunday, and then we're taking the 2 weeks off. The last podcast, I think, is a week from Wednesday, and we'll have one more video this Thursday, I think, maybe 2. I got to look at the calendar. But then we're taking the last 2 weeks of the year off. And I'll still be around. I'll probably jump on our Facebook group.
Oh, you're going to be like somebody who's on a diet. You're going to be hiding in the closet with your computer going on so that I don't see you.
I might.
You know, like people that are on a diet and they grab a bag of chips or cookies and hide in the closet and eat.
Yeah, no, not me. Not me. Yeah, well, no, I'm going to really try and take the 2 weeks off. And so thank you. I'm going to really try and take a vacation off and see how that works. Hi from Melbourne Beach, another Ohio, cold Ohio. Yep. Here's my Instagram account. If you haven't been to Instagram, go there. Instagram.com Roadtrekking. And we'd love you guys to follow us. We're trying to do more on Instagram. Those little Instagram stories that we do. We're having fun with that. And we'll put more of those up. So we'd love to have you join us up there. Okay, how do you get to the top of the rig to clean your solar? Should I think about having a ladder installed for that purpose? I don't clean it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I let God clean it. He does it for me. He rains on it and
rains.
snows on it.
Rain and snow.
The rain really does a great job of keeping it clean.
And we live where there's a lot of trees, and that's never been a problem.
We have
All
leaves
kinds
that
of
fall down.
pine needles and all kinds of
He's
debris.
got a raccoon cornered underneath the step
Well,
up in the back.
I said that I should sit on that side
Okay,
because
well,
I knew I was going to have to get up.
I could probably put a picture up and we could swap positions here.
What would you like to show everybody a picture of? Because he's barking. The neighbors
Okay.
are going to...
All right, let me do a picture. Let's go back and let's see here. What do we want to show you a picture of? Well, I don't have a good picture.
I thought it was too cold for raccoons.
Yeah,
But he's got something
he's
out
out there. He is out there doing something. So
We have good neighbors, but there's
Yeah.
a limit. Now does he want to come in?
oh, he's in the window. He's right in the window.
He's very
I know, Bo. Bo says hello. That he's very busy. Otherwise, he would love to come in.
Well, he believes in our coming to the door the first bark.
Yep,
Yeah.
he does. He does.
He's a
do it.
spoiled dog.
Yep, he's having a great time.
Well, why
so
don't you show a picture of anything?
I'm looking to see if I can
Of
get
course,
us a
who knows
picture
what
up there.
anything
I'm
will
trying to
be.
find one that'll work here. That has. I had a whole bunch of them, but well, maybe I don't have one. Let's do this because it's pretty awkward. Let's put
You gonna
a
block me
full
up?
scale picture of our RV up there. Okay.
There we go.
All right, and
Now
we're
we
going
do
to
the
change
big
positions
switcheroo.
here for just a second. You're going to still see me get up and Jennifer, and then I'll go sit in your seat,
That's a plan.
and you have to bring in Bo. And then they're going to
Yeah.
want to see Bo.
Oh, Bo.
Huh?
Bo.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
knew
Bo.
this was going to be trouble.
All right. Well, let's get back to your questions, and that will keep everything going for a while. All right. Now for the pictures. There we go. So I don't get up on the top of my rig, Janice, and I don't have to. The rain really does a good job of keeping it clean. And if there's snow on it, I think if a couple times when the snow has been like at 2 feet deep, I've gone off and shoveled some of it off. But most of the time I don't. I leave it. It cleans fine. So you don't really have to do it. Sometimes I get some leaves. Well, here's Bo. Up, hop, come here, hop, hop, Bo. Yep, he doesn't want to hop. Come here, I'll get him over here. Bo, come here. Bo, come. He says, no way am I going in front of that thing. He doesn't know what's going on. All right, Mark has a question. Let's see. I'm deciding between a coach your size and the 20-foot one, which is, I think, really 19 feet. But could you guys survive in the 20-foot one, or is that a big sacrifice of space? No, we could do just fine in the SS Agile is the van from Roadtrek, and I think Airstream has one the same length now, and Thor might have one, and a couple of others have them as the 19-footer too. It's just the short sprinter, and in the Roadtrek model, it's called the SS Short Sprinter Agile, and it's 19 feet. And the big difference is you don't have a lot of cab room up front. Like we have 2 chairs, driver, passenger, but then we have there's actually a row behind that, although we remove one of the seats and have just a third seat. The Sprinter doesn't have that. The short Sprinter doesn't have it. So, but everything else is pretty much the same. So, yeah, we could live in a 19-foot. It's 5 feet shorter than what we have now. The one we have now, this guy is about 24 feet. A little over 24 feet because it's the extended length. Its extended length is about 18 inches wider or longer than the regular. So, but we could do fine with that if that's what we had to go on. We actually prefer, the more room. We tend to do a lot of boondocking. I have a ton of photography gear and ham radio gear and all sorts of stuff I take out with me. So that's one of the reasons that we really like the longer Sprinter. But you could do fine if it's just you and one other person or a dog or pets. You could do fine in the the 19-footer. So okay, let's see. What else do we want to talk about? Audio seems much more stable this week, says Michael. Thank you, Michael. We put a different microphone on this, and I'm glad to hear that the audio sounds good. Janice says the wrap is cute as can be, so if your road trip required one, it is fun and becoming fabulous. Well, I think that helps us to get attention to the brand and to our video channel. That's what we've got listed up here, the RV Lifestyle channel. And we hope to get more subscribers, and I'm hoping that we'll get people to be driving down the freeway and look us up and come and find us, and we'll find out what happens. So that's going to be pretty good. I've heard that the rear end drags on the longer models when you go through a dip or a bump. Have you ever noticed it yet, or is it too soon? This is actually the third extended length Sprinter we've had, so we've had a lot of experience with them. And no, it's never dragged, never bumped, ever. We have had, this one's a two-wheel drive. The one we had before was a 4x4, and the one before that was a two-wheel drive. And the 4x4 has about, I think, 8 to 10 inches more clearance because it's higher. So it never would drag, but neither has this one, and neither has the one that we had 2 RVs ago. So they don't drag. And I don't know where you heard that. Now, I don't hit bumps, at 50 miles an hour. When I see a bump or a big dip in the road, I slow down. And I watch it on railroad tracks, because it's a long vehicle. It's 24 feet long. So, no, it does not drag. And, there's a lot of misconceptions out there about all of these. People say, well, you can't idle the engine. Well, you can idle the engine. Yes, you can. It's a diesel. It works just fine. I've talked to Mercedes about this, and it's not an issue. Well, then they say another big misconception is, oh, you can't go into those states that have biodiesel and use that. Well, yes, you can, as long as you don't do it all the time. And, there's a lot of people who have had no experiences with these vehicles who will always have a strong opinion. So ask somebody who has had one. Call Mercedes if you want. Not necessarily a car dealership. You want to talk to somebody who is a Sprinter dealer. And that's always the best. Catch your nose if it's running. It is running. I don't know why. I'm not coming down with anything. It's just cold. So that's good. Janet Matthews joins us, and she will be with us at Tequamanon. And Tequamanon is almost sold off. Look at what my wife brought me. I'm sorry, I'm live. What am I supposed to do? I'd edit this out, but it's live. Bo's in, but he didn't want to say
He's in. He was furious because he wasn't let in the moment he first barked.
Oh, poor dog.
Yeah,
poor dog.
In fact, he stood right outside the window and started barking.
Staring at
he
it,
knew
yeah.
where we were.
So tell everybody about Tequamanon, Jennifer. Janice Matthews, who's been with us in most of our trips to Tequamanon, will be there, and that is going to sell out too. And you may want to think about, if you ever tried winter camping, tell them about Tequamanon.
All right, Tequamanon Falls. Everybody makes their own reservation for a campsite. You can get a map, a layout of the campgrounds, and then pick the site that you would like. Hello, Mr. Bo. Do you need attention? Huh? You're in. Do you
Where's
need to?
Bo? There he is.
Well, he's right here.
Yeah.
He says he needs attention. We left him all afternoon. What kind of parents are we? So you make reservations for your campsite, and you just let us know you're coming. If you want to join us for dinner on Friday night and Saturday night.
Yeah, we have reservations for that, so that will
we all go out to dinner together, those that want to. We have big campfires in the evening, which are fun.
We cross-country ski and we snowshoe.
Yeah, the parks supply some cross-country skis if you want to bring your own. That's good, too. Boy, he is needy. He's been left.
Yeah. And he wonders who we're talking to. He never can quite figure this out.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah, he never...
Who are we talking to, Bo?
He never... So there's details on the website, roadtrekking.com, the Roadtrekking website. There's also details on our social media sites, the Roadtrekking Facebook group, Roadtrekking RV Lifestyle Facebook group. And you can find out about the Tequamanon Falls campout, but it is almost filled. I just looked. We've got like 50 people, I think, coming, something like that.
Well,
I can't believe it.
I don't know. I got to look and see how many campsites
Well, they will
are there.
plow it out. They need to know in advance. You have to make your reservations, and then they plow out each site. They usually have a couple of feet of snow up there, and each site has electricity, so we're pretty
Well,
good.
there's got to be. I got to find out how many sites there are.
Yeah, there's a lot. But I think they don't like to plow all of them because that's all they'll do. It takes too long, and it's always snowing. So, but we can't wait. We're doing that one the second weekend of January, and that will be our first. Well, we're thinking about going up. Since I'm taking these 2 weeks off, we're thinking about maybe going into northern Michigan and just doing maybe a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday or something.
Yeah, because we've got a couple of places we'd like to go.
To get away and out in the woods and in the snow in the winter. And we like that. Quiet, let Bo run around a little bit. All right, more questions. Helen, is there some sort of unsaid rule that addresses people who park right next to you when there are 15 sites to pick from?
I think that's just common courtesy, common sense, not to park right next to somebody who's all set up when there's a whole bunch of empty places. We had that when we were boondocking. We told everybody about it, I think, before. But for those who haven't heard, when we were at the Grand Canyon and we had this great spot all to ourselves, and we woke up in the morning and somebody was like 2 feet from us. And they were from Europe, so I thought maybe they were used to everybody being closer together.
We did a video not long ago. In fact, Phyllis is linking to it right there. And Helen, it's our unofficial rules about camping, and that is probably, I think, the first or second one that we say that it's just rude. You know, when there's a whole bunch of empty spots, you don't have to crowd in next to the person that has the one spot that's booked in the campground. Why do that?
Well, some people just really love other people close by. I mean, they're just total people.
But it's just rude.
Kind of like a golden retriever. You know how Golden's always got to be close?
Yeah, I guess. And then the other pet peeve we have related to that is when somebody is coming in late, like at 11, 12 o'clock at night.
How about 1, 2, 3?
1, 2, 3. And, you know, I put that on that list. We both talked about that's just rude, you know. If you can't get there, you know, if you're going to have neighbors, why do you want to wake them up? And people, well, I booked a site. I can come whenever I want, and the neighbors are going to have to get used to it. Do you want to camp next to people like that? No, we don't. That's why we don't stay in campgrounds very much. We try to boondock and stay off the beaten path.
And I'm sure other people do this too. We have a fan that we have running all the time, even at home and when we're in the RV as well, because Bo likes to bark. And so we like to have a little bit of background noise.